we got a fun one here today. This is a 27 REOK Minnie Plus Winnebago here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. 8,120 pounds. This is a complete revision relaunch on their entire fifth wheel lineup at Winnebago, available here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. If you'd like to see if we have one of these just really sharp looking critters in stock and available, all you need to do is visit the link in the video description that says check for price and availability. You will see if we have one in stock. You'll see how it's equipped, because it could vary significantly from what we have here, even if it's that just cosmetics, because Winnebago offers like 6 or 7 different exterior skin color packages, as well as a few different interior decors. So the one that we have in stock could look significantly different from what we see here. You'll also see on our website exactly what we're asking for these, because we publish fair market pricing and we do not engage in the process of hidden dealer fees. So all that mandatory stuff out of the way, let's get started. This one's fun. You saw that big front pass-through storage compartment. That's giving us just tremendous outside storage in a much smaller fifth wheel segment. You may have noticed the outside TV hookups there. You'll see that all of your side-mounted baggage doors are magnet latching. They're also keyed a little bit different from an industry standard key package. We'll get to the best-in-class fiberglass in a minute. I want to get around some of the sun glare here. But look at that nose package. What I love about this is the consistency between this and the Minnie Plus trailer. A lot of times in RVing, when you see a fifth wheel and a trailer sharing a name, typically the trailer is not built up to the snuff of a fifth wheel. Not always. I mean, there are exceptions. We carry several of them here at Haylett RV. But that is a practice that's more common than not. This is a part-for-part match with the Winnebago travel trailers. And one of the areas I think that is so cool is the chassis. But it's harder to see the chassis on a fifth wheel compared to a travel trailer. This is not running on a traditional I-beam chassis. This is on a HSLA, that means high strength, low alloy, aircraft style Norco frame. It is lighter but stronger. It is not less expensive. And that's going to be the general message through most of this video here. This is not designed to be the least expensive thing in a small fifth wheel class. It's designed to be retirement grade, high quality, long lasting, and they have nailed all of those qualities here. So fiberglass, let's talk fiberglass. This is using all Winnebago towables, even their little mini teardrop travel trailers use a T60 diesel pusher true gel coat, and that is the best fiberglass in the towable RV business. There's no one else using anything within 1 or 2 grades of that, actually. It is extremely sharp. It's more UV reflective. You can see it's got a mirror-like finish on it. You can buff out scratches on this, whereas a less expensive Phylon might save you money, but God forbid you scuff it, you're always going to know. Now, this is a revision, as I said, over what was previously known as the Voyage Light series. And we carried them here at Haylett RV for a little bit, but there was just always something a little off on them. They were built like a truck. I mean, just like a tank. Don't get me wrong. But little updates here, like the little solar quick prep. The Voyages, like little things that they missed. They didn't have baggage door latches, you know? These off-door side baggage compartments, the doors were always falling on you. You had to juggle them open with your head. Well, Winnebago spent 2 years taking all kinds of notes, revising this thing from tip to tail, head to toe, inside and out. And they've nailed it. They've absolutely nailed this. Like this big, wide open, easy access battery compartment. I love that they've got enclosed switches for all your landing gear and everything right here. You see my red little jumper battery box here in the time being. But, you know, if you wanted to throw a second battery in here, plenty of room to do it. The enclosed docking station, very much like the Minnie Plus travel trailers. You've got enclosed, privatized, heated, protected, you know, gate valves, water valves, all that stuff. Now you've got that little coil hose I've kind of got half punched down through the little feed hole here so I wouldn't forget to talk about it. That's how you get your cables up, down, and in and out. But a bigger water heater, that's something all Minnie Pluses have. Instead of a 6-gallon vessel, this is a 10-gallon vessel that is gas and electric and auto ignition and fast recharge, which means you can run gas and electric simultaneously. Now, look at that! Holy mega window, Batman! This has the biggest panoramic window I think I've ever seen in a towable RV. I've maybe seen something like that in motorized RVs a time or two. And I think it might have actually been in a Winnebago. So I don't think it's a coincidence that you're seeing that same awesome giant panoramic frameless window over here on the side of this Mini Plus fifth wheel. Now remember, again, this is the platinum exterior. There's reds and blues and yellows and all kinds of different colors. There's different ways this thing can look. There's different interior decors. So keep in mind the one that we have in stock could be different from this. This is an all aluminum structure, laminated sidewalls. We have all aluminum studded roof and floor. The floor has tongue and groove plywood on top, 5/8 tongue and groove plywood, so you don't have squeaking. We've got a full walk-on roof here with a 3/8 roof deck. It's the fit and finish. The chassis on this, again, is going to determine a lot of your long-term structure and value. The side slide windows on the slide outs, giving you maximum airflow. They've done everything they need to do here. Even, I love the inclusion of this little accessory hitch down here, so that if you do feel like tacking on a little bike rack or something like that, you are aces to do so. The landing gear. We've got power front leveling gear. We've got power rear push button stabilizers, and what's kind of interesting is they're actually individually switched, which is not the industry standard. Most of the time when you have power stabilizer jacks, you push one button and both jacks kind of come down and they play off of one another. With this Winnebago, each jack moves independently. It just gives you a little bit better control over what's going on. It's not that it should necessarily function better, it's just that it's the peace of mind that you know what's happening with this system. There's no guesswork involved. Again, magnet latch doors so that everything is simple and easy. And what I like on these, if you look very closely, if I pull this down, anywhere there's a handle, there's a magnet catch. So this big baggage door here has twin catches, so that even on a gusty, windy day, it's not going to fall down. Because what if you're cooking? What if you got this little outside kitchenette firing up, and you're cooking over here, and that door falls and hits it? Well, you're going to have a mess. You could have a grease fire. You could have a lot of problems. So that double magnet catch is a big deal. It's a very big deal. And how about this? How about a shorter length in terms of fifth wheels? This is short length fifth wheel. Couples camping fifth wheel with an outside kitchen. Now this layout has become very common very quickly. Last year the Keystone Cougar came out with this, called the 25 RES, that we carry here at Haylett RV. And this year you're seeing it come out in the 27 REOK Mini Plus Winnebago. We also have this floor plan available in the 25.5 RES Eagle HT. We even have versions of this in travel trailers now. This is a very hot, popular commodity floor plan. I think it's because it gives you a better entertainment setup and an outside kitchen in a couple's coach that traditionally didn't have those things. Now, if I draw your attention over here, looking at the suspension, if you look over here, you see that yellow thing in between. This is a rubber shock dampening EcoFlex system here. This will absorb front to back chucks and jolts. You've already got a leaf spring suspension designed to absorb impact up and bouncing up and down, basically. That will help absorb that front to back, push and pull that you experience when you're in your vehicle. And you see the foot adjustable stable step system here, so that you just have an extremely sturdy, confident up and down into the RV. But what I like about this is that because the feet go all the way to the ground, if somebody comes in and out of the RV, it doesn't make the whole RV rock sideways, because the RV and the suspension is not holding the weight of the person coming in. The steps are doing that. And just the littlest thing, the fact that they actually have this full extra wide big welcome home step up here, very nice when you're like standing there trying to get your keys and all that stuff. Oh, I feel like I'm missing something. Power awning with full tilt and LED lighting at the base of the awning so you can use it when it's closed. Partial paint on that nose cap, just like the Mini Plus travel trailers. Again, part for part match with the Mini Plus trailers we've been carrying here at Haylett RV for a long time. Just a new, sharp, different take on it. Speaking of different, let's step inside. Again, right from the start, that giant panoramic window throughout this super slide. I'm not going to say no one's ever done it in towable RVs. I sure can't tell you another time I've ever seen it done. These guys, they all borrow concepts from one another. I mean, this entire floor plan is really a concept borrowed off the Cougar half-ton series, like those that we carry here at Haylett's. But they've all been done differently, and that's what I like about this. Like, someone's going to ask us, Inevitably. And it's a great question. Why do you carry so many versions of the same thing? Because they all bring a little bit different stuff to the table. And what's interesting is how all the different versions of this floor plan that we've seen here at Haylett RV, they really attack that rear wall differently, but we'll get there in a minute. So you may notice there's actually two different wood tones going on in here. That's something that is exclusive to the Minnie Plus series of RVs here at Haylett RV. Winnebago got a lot of feedback from customers and owners saying, you know, I really like your lighter, brighter interior decor. It makes the RV look and feel larger, and I really appreciate that. But the problem I have with it is in these bigger RVs, it's just too much. It's just too much. It's white, it's white, it's white, it's white everywhere, and it's driving me crazy. So what they did here is they kind of split the difference. What's designated as living room will have the darker driftwood tones. What's designated as kitchen will have the lighter tones here. So they kind of split it up a little bit. Now, there's different furniture arrangements available, and that's one of the reasons that we carry multiple versions of this floor plan here at Haylett RV. You know, in your Cougar series, we're going to have a hide-a-bed and a dinette, for instance. In the Eagle HTs, we'll have a freestanding table like you see here and a theater seat. So, I mean, there's kind of different ways you can mix stuff around right here. Like, that's a full tri-fold sleeper sofa. That is, one, it sits nicer than a typical sofa, but two, it gives you that extra sleeping space you're going to want. And if you visit our website, you might see a picture of that. But secondly, when that hide-a-bed's open, it doesn't cut the RV off. You can still wake up in the morning if the grandkids are over, come down, have a cup of coffee, whatever. And this rear bench back here, that is a little more exclusive to the Winnebago lineup. And the first time I saw it, I was kind of like, I don't know about that. Because like the Cougar version, for instance, they have a whole bunch of storage back here. And I'm a proponent of storage. I don't think there's ever too much of it. But then I started looking around, and I noticed they have this huge, like, convertible pantry closet over here. You know, you could easily take that second shelf out in the middle. You could add a second hanging rack depending on what you're hanging. So, I mean, there's good storage here. The TV swings out. There's actually storage behind the TV. So, they've accomplished the whole storage end of things pretty well. I didn't feel like that was necessarily lacking too badly. So, the rear bench is interesting. And then I sort of sat there and I watched people come in and out of the prototype at the Winnebago you know, dealer reveal, basically. And that rear bench just kind of sucked people in. If there's somebody already sitting on the sofa, it's like the next logical guest seat. It's where that guest is going to come over. They're going to hang out. You're still social. You're still in the mix. You can always just take the cushion off and use it for various things. There is storage below that, by the way, so it is also like a storage trunk. So again, just the different ways that these different brands have accomplished the same things in various ways. Electric space heating fireplace, that's an optional piece of equipment we've added to this one in this video. Doesn't mean it'll be on every single 27 REOK Winnebago here at Haylett RV. Even little things like this overhead storage right here, you know, the strutted overhead storage. So again, you don't have to juggle it open with your head. And very Jayco-esque in the way that you have the dual metallic struts holding this open. That's something that I don't see done in a lot of brands. I see a lot of plastic struts. I see a lot of singles. The dual metallic struts that are going to be much, much longer lasting, I typically see done in Jaycos. But then again, that's more of a premium brand. This is more of a premium brand. It makes sense. They're both doing the higher level components. Your entertainment, Bluetooth, DVD, stereo, that stuff's pretty common, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about that. The only hiccup with this big panoramic window is I got that hard line of light coming in, you know, but at the same time, it's letting in so much of that beautiful natural light in here. Now, that is an 8 cubic foot fridge freezer. That is standard. You don't have to pay extra to upgrade the fridge in a Minnie Plus fifth wheel here at Haylett RV. The solid surface countertops are standard with the recessed stainless sink. The big high-rise sprayer faucet, we were kind of laughing at the dealer reveal. We said, you know, if you flip this around, you could, you know, like fill a bucket of water and dump it on somebody outside. That being said, I don't recommend that being your wife, gentlemen, because that's a good way to land yourself on that hide-a-bed at night. So between the recessed stove and flush mount cover and our flush mount sink, you've actually got some very fair prep space in here for a little couples coach. And the hard 90-degree bend peninsula countertop is very effective for storage space because storage likes square angles. They don't like 45-degree cut angles. So down here you see you've got a pair, I like that, well, a pair of normal like silverware drawers. You've got a big open cabinet area under the sink, and they still have a big pots and pans drawer here under the stove. But then when we look over here, you've got this full-on pantry storage wall. It would be very easy to throw some command hooks in there to make that like a coat closet. Command hooks, I swear, those are like the best thing to happen to RVing in ages. What was I going to say? Oh, all of your slide fascia. If you do the wedding ring test and tap on them, you're going to find it's, it's wood. It's not MDF foam. I also love the fact how many manufacturers are still giving you full overhead storage along the entire length of the Super Slide. That is exceptionally uncommon. And the reason that they don't do it is because they want to give you bigger windows so that the RV looks and feels bigger so that you'll want to buy it. Well, Winnebago, once again, they accomplish the same thing in a different way with that giant panoramic window. And again, you have dual slide side airflow windows. Both sides of the slide out, it's easy to miss because of these curtains. Both sides of the slide out have both household and USB outlets, by the way. So you've always got charger access anywhere you're at. And an additional little charging or appliance station right down in that corner there. The ceiling fan above us in the kitchen, there's a wall switch for that. I love this like wrought iron, helper bar as you walk upstairs here. Now, one change I'm glad they make over the prototype is in the prototype you had mixed light dark wood tones in that bathroom slide out right there, and I like that they went with the consistency. I think that's a much better look personally. But I would love to see some feedback, guys. Leave some constructive criticism or just some generic, hey, I think that looks nice. The way that Winnebago has gone with the two-tone woodwork in this, they listen to us here at Haylitz, and we listen to our customers. A lot of your customer feedback is literally the entire reason this series of trailers exists. Like I said, this is a complete full-scale revision of the old Voyage Light series of fifth-wheel RVs here at Haylett RV. And it's almost entirely based off customer feedback. The things that you folks at home have said we like, we dislike, that is what has shaped this. Now notice here in the bathroom, we've still got stainless sinks, all the components and everything in this, where Winnebago uses anything. They use high-grade stuff. Like even here in your non-kitchen areas, you still got full plywood box drawer construction, even with fully finished sanded edges, which is funny because you actually don't see fully finished edges in some Winnebago motorhome drawers. Porcelain foot flush stool, so again, higher grade component. The nicer corner shower with the split open door so that you don't have to maneuver your way around a swinging door. Notice too, dual entry bathroom, so no matter what side of the bed you're on, it's easy to get to from either side. And you can see those adjustable, removable shelves in there. Now you'll see that both in the bedroom, which is on the right side, as well as the bathroom sections here. So you can really customize and convert your storage in this model. There is full storage below the bed up here. So this is an easy lift bed if you want to get under there. Full length hanging closets, so there's no sharp corners gouging you. And someone's going to say, yeah, but where do I put my phone chargers and stuff? Well, see that handy little shelf above the bed, and it's recessed far enough back that your head's not going to smack it? They thought of that. Now these are 50 amp service. If you want, you can add a second air conditioner. Maybe the one we have in stock has one. I don't know. If the one that we have in stock, like this one, for instance, doesn't have a second AC, we got you covered still if you want one, because we are a full-service dealer. We only do everything at Haylett RV. Hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. And, of course, second air conditioner installs as the topic of the conversation is at hand. I really like how they have this up. So you've got dedicated hanging storage on the right-hand side here in the bedroom. Now you've got either, extra shelf space, or again, you could convert that to another hanging closet with just a little bonus drawer. But you may notice both sides of the bed have a little his and hers dresser drawer. They've done this a little different. If you feel like adding a TV, this is actually designed for a roof mount flat screen. And what's interesting about that is, as opposed to a wall mount, is a roof mount TV can angle directly at your head when your head is on the pillow, so you eliminate neck strain. Again, they really stopped. They started over. They took a good concept. The build quality and construction of the old Voyage Light fifth wheels was always on point. But they applied better floor plans and better thought processes to come up with the Mini Pluses. And I feel like they've just nailed it. And again, there's various shades of gray. Everybody looks for something else that's a little different. Like, I love how this one has that easy viewing entertainment center. I like that you can see it anywhere from your seating, from the kitchen, wherever. But that's maybe not everyone's thing. Well, that's why we carry so many different models and different brands here at Haylett RV. So give us a call, learn more. Again, leave some messages in the or in the comment section. I'd love to see what you guys think about this one. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone. My voice cracks. Like I'm still 13 years old, my voice cracks. Oh, my video's still rolling. Blooper reel.